Yo, what's happening? It is your host from the East Coast, Don Gamer21 of YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. We are streaming. Sorry, I keep saying streaming. I mean recording more gameplay of Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. This is the MSQ. We're about to fight something. The big monster has been released, and I guess we're gonna have to fight it soon. So, without further delay, let's straight into the game. Click that bell icon. Click the subscribe button for more video uploads. I'm sorry, I'm slurring my speech big time. I am trying not to. So, without further delay, let's straight into the game. Here we go. Argo Amanda, what it's called? So let's talk to Alphinaud. Alphinaud. Good, you're back. There is much I would explain, but by the time I arrived to investigate a sudden surge in ether, there was already fallen giants everywhere. Right now, everyone is preoccupied with treating the wounded. Pray catch your breath and then lend a hand where you can. Okay. You may not enter Wall Zoomer with the Primal, okay? The Echo of Madness. An Echo of Madness. Alphinaud would enlist your aid in checking on the injured Yokoi. If you are ready, there are many injured here who need aid. Should you find anyone passed out from their wounds, I ask that you alert me to them. Otherwise, I shall be tending to whomever requires the most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen to these people's hurts. Okay, there we go. Let's go this way. Let's change over to another outfit. I like this outfit, it's my favorite. Favorite glamour. You, the third promised Spectre. Everything was bathed in bright red. A searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move. Okay. This thinker just standing there. Let's see. Many of the villagers sustained burns, but the fire found no perchance. But the fire found no purchase in these buildings. Mercy, small mercy. Groan. Everything burns. The touch of cloth is agony. Yet I will live. Leave me there, or others in more dire need of help. Jeez. So, is this a Primal, technically? I wonder. Ugh. My wounds are nothing serious, but the dryness in my throat, it's as if all the moisture has left my body. Ooh, this thing's intense. Must have the ability to do that and sap people of their energy. Fine, try to send him on the... Okay. Tend to wait for the designated location. I've done all I can for now. The injured you found were awake and alert, Eliad. Then that as well, I don't think so. Something else going on. We've left the injured. We've left the injured as comfortable as we could. Many were suffering from burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? The details are unclear. Once I'd healed the giant attacked by the mountain bird. The group leader, Valbo, I believe they called him, bade me depart. It was then that I felt an intense wave of ether and returned to find War's echo in this state. I rushed over to the first giant I saw. Though delirious with pain, he repeated the same warning. Vilgermanda has broke her feed. Thus did I contact you with all haste. We're going to need some more information than that before we can deal with the situation. Jeez, what is wrong with me? Yes, we should speak with the temple guard and see what's become of the Sky Ruins prison. The High Luminary grants us you entry and awaits you within.
What happened?
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
Uh-oh. How do we still have the echo even though Highland is gone now?
Who enters this hallowed hall? Ah, a claimant.
Oh, and here we have the mighty Valigarmanda.
A terrifying Vitral. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror.
Uh-oh.
You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
Explain yourself.
It is as they say. Kulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever.
Ooh. So he's
To unmake it, it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul
Jaja.
Oh.
You mustn't!
Oh, shoot.
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
Wow. Whoa. He released that monster.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne, of course.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
Dang.
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
Idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him!
So, what's the plan?
Ask me, right?
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice,
You know what?
if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I
know
could
what it is,
never
isn't
live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Valiarmanda. This is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
Of course we will. What other choice do we have? This is kind of a challenge, and this, as if you had to ask. This is the kind of challenge I live for.
Drawn to the chaos. You're as bad as Papa. Don't worry. The Sky Ruin should prove a big enough challenge for all of us.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
That's right, Alize.
Dear comrades, now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it.
Yeah, this is gonna be right. Great. Oh wait, I don't know how to do this fight though.
Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
And what will we do?
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
If you're resolved to slay Valicarmanta, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
Not having a buddy guy, yeah? That's right, buddy boy, you'll find him.
Inform the Bello of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
So, Ernville, any ideas of how we track Vilgelmanda? The triad and true method of comparing sightings and other sites of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time-consuming. There is a second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it will let us ascertain the Sky Ruins' whereabouts far more quickly. Though a Tyrell vigil of extraordinary nature, Vilgelmanda is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is thus sustained by corporeal energy and possesses a unique ethereal balance, which means this device should come in handy. Are you kidding me? No. A floating hand? Now's not the time to be playing for toys. That's a minion. Really? I don't know how I feel about this. This is no toy, it is an ether seeker. As the name suggests, gleaners use it to detect ether living beings. And you had that in your pack this whole time? I can calibrate it to follow a specific ethereal aspect. The problem with the Vilgelmanda, however, is that it can shift freely between the elements of fire, ice, and lightning. Ooh. We know that in order to awaken Vilgelmanda from its ice, imprisonment, Bakujaja's cast spells would quicken the fire aspect of ether. And the residents here were informally affiliated by Burns. Therefore, the logical conclusion is that upon breaking free, Vilgelmanda unleashed a great fire blast. Then the choice is plain: fire. The secret, however, is not without its faults, as we were not able to input our query's unique ether signature in advance. The device will respond to any living source of fire expected ether. Great, we gotta look around. So we have the reliable yet slow method of informing and gathering versus the potentially swift but easily misled Gleaner 2. I say, why not pursue both methods at the same time? Good idea, we'll have the first to fall back on the second falls. You travel with me, Emilius, in case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. Yeah. the rest of us can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses, the more Skyruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate the information will be. If no one has any objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the Yokoi. Very few are seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Virgimanda. I should like to take a close hand. I should like to be close at hand should their conditions suddenly worsen. Right, it sounds like we all have work to do. We should be on our way as well. Sweet. Ernville is ready to send the ether seeking device and pursue Viltramanda. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, then set the seeker to detect fire expected ether. Here we go. Let's repair our gear first. The seeker's ready to go. Warlord's Echo is still suffused, with Skyrim's residual ether. So I've excluded it from the search area to prevent it from swapping sensors. Let's begin tracking, shall we? Once you choose the part, everybody accompany you, then the ether will begin reading the onwards. Follow ether to your destinations. If you leave for the loose side of ether, Here we go. Of course, no one detected. Not quite the legendary creature we were after. Would you mind dealing with the fire spirit if it continues to confuse the seeker's belief? Yeah, here we go. A necessary measure, I'm afraid. Let's try this again. Affirmative, tracking nearest source fire ether. Anticipated. Oh, yawn when I play games. I'm not bored, I just yawn a lot. Another fire fiend. Fighting enough, but again, fighting enough, but not what we're looking for. If we'd be so kind. My thanks, and I asked you to give me any trouble, but considering it's who I'm talking to, Seeker resumed tracking, and you should point out something useful this time. Affirmative, resume tracking. Woo! Wow. Just fired volcano. Wow. And another remnant from the last rampage, the creature's flames registered the secret portal of ether. Uh-oh. In the words of the saga, when Veldreman rages out of control, its fire burns forever, its ice does not thaw, and the lightning crackles without cause cease. Thus was the Dawn Servants able to turn the Skyward's perpetual magic against itself, trapping it within an unmelting prison of ice. Thus it knows mundane fire, but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it is a strange feeling to cease fanciful poetry provoking truths, but it's a primal. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living ether. We can feed a sample into the Seeker and greatly improve its accuracy one moment. There now the Seeker should ignore the etheric signature, but should ignore any ether but Vildramonda's. Had I realized this was possible from the start, then you needn't have fought those creatures at all. My hypothesis seems I still have much to learn from this journey as a cleaner, as your guide. The Skyward. Ernvale is ready to resume tracking Vildramonda. This time, the Seeker should be attracted solely on Vildramonda's ether. Resume tracking based on the latest sample. Affirmative. Resuming tracking. Beep. Sample ether signature detected. Engaging from something. Do they really need to make it capital and lowercase like that? I can't read that. I'm getting dizzy. I'm confused. go. Gotta do something here. I'm gonna do a boss fight coming up. Display, graphics settings. Initials. Show. Initials. Show. Here we go. Just set that before I started. Good, the seeker was drawn directly to the Skyrim's to the Skyrim's fire. Now we know we set up the correct parameters and thrusters. I'll try increasing his threshold with your connection. This should direct it to the usual visual itself. Okay, resume tracking. Here we go. That chocobo. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Hi everyone, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button and that bell icon for future video uploads. Also, feel free to like and leave a comment. I would love to hear your feedback. Thank you and good night. Peace, yo!